To episode 4 of the Powerhouse. Today, we are going to do something very controversial. When I say we, I mean the person in front of me. We're going to do something that they tell you never to do in business, which is talk about politics. But you know what? Paul Roberts, I can't quit. He does not give anything, and he's going to do it anyways, man. Welcome back, bro.
Episode 4.
Yep.
And as I promised, we're going to talk about politics every single week to kick this thing off. And I want to talk about Joe Biden and Donald Trump. I'm going to miss these guys. I really am. 2028 will be the next election of a president, and it's going to be sad because these guys aren't going to be going at it. I miss them going at it, and there's a reason why. My grandfather's always told me, he's passed away since, he passed away about 100 years old, but he always told me, Brandon, there's 3 levels of aging. Number 1, that is when you get pulled over by a police officer and they are younger than you. You know you are headed up the aging tree, right? The second one is your doctor. When you go see your doctor and your doctor's younger than you, you really know you're heading up, right? You're getting up in there with all the old people you used to make fun of, you're becoming. And then the third and final one, and this is the one that hurts the most, is when the President of the United States is younger than you. And there's a great chance this year, 2028, there will be someone elected younger than me. So I really wish Biden and Trump could run again. I think the country deserves it. I think they really need the older guys going at it. I love it when 2 old men threaten to beat each other up. I think that's just amazing. I think it's fun to watch. Because I would like to see it happen. I'd like to see those 2 guys go at it. That would be hilarious. So don't be concerned. That's as much politics I'm going to talk about as I wish those old were still running. You good? You feel better now?
Paul likes to see old people fight, man.
No, I mean, if you look at the landscape of who's running, there's a strong possibility the next president of the United States is going to be younger than this guy. And I'm like, crap. Grandpa was right. I don't want him to be younger than me. But let's talk about something more fun. Let's talk about a wealth-building machine. Go ahead.
Let's go, man. Yeah, yesterday, me and you had a conversation like we do most days, right? And then the important question kind of just sprung up in my mind is like, every other job has a 401k or a retirement plan that they're chipping away every 2 weeks, every month, whatever duration you want to call it. But why don't real estate agents have that?
Exactly.
Where do you think the missing link is?
Exactly. I'm glad you said that. That's probably why I have such a passion for teaching people to build a business, to find someone like you that's thinking about the future, that's thinking about the president that will one day be younger than Brandon Scribner's. It's going to happen, dude. But you're thinking into the future. You have a vision for your life, and that is, wait a minute, what am I doing for retirement? What are these real estate agents doing for retirement? And really, it goes to all salespeople in general. And typically, in any sales environment, whether that's your broker, your boss, whatever it is, the guy working at the dealership, you're selling cars, whatever sales profession it is, those guys and girls want you to do what? Go out, work harder, spend more money, so you work harder to make them more money. Right, but where does that leave you? Where's the retirement? Right, you don't have a retirement. There's no 401k for Brandon Scribner. There's no goose egg, right? And so that's what excites me about this, and what excites me most about you is I want to save people like you from that. Like, one thing that I can't stand is when someone, I don't mind that someone's been working that long in real estate, but it's when they use it to try to impress me. Like, they're going to do, like, this is what, just the other day, I've been doing this 25 years. And she was trying to impress me because I did something incorrect. It was small. It was minor. She's done about 3 or 4 things incorrect, by the way. I've been doing this for 25 years. I want to throw up. And I want to help people like you at your age. Never, ever say that. Never, ever say, well, I've been doing this 25 years. Were you in a wealth-building machine for those 25 years? And you are. And that's what you're fired up about. Yep. So tell me about that.
I am, man. It's, there's lots of way to handle this, but, I think going back to agents and our main cause of trying to help people out is, we are attracting people to our group. It's, it's every day we're chipping away, right? Hey, I'm talking to more people, whether that's for production or building an organization. we're making the daily deposits every single day, every single week. So we're building wealth in our own way. It's something that we can give back to the people and also help them transform their lives and give back to the other people in their lives. So the way I look at it, man, the way my 401k works is, yes, there's other things we do on the tax purposes, litigation, all that stuff. I'm not talking about that, right? I'm talking about the daily grind of what we do is talking to people and connecting people within our organization and helping them see the light, man. You know, like when I got into the business, dude, I was thinking, hey, I just keep making more sales, making more sales, making more sales, making more sales. But after a while, that
what does that get you?
It gets you tired sometimes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's always a sense of fulfillment when I help somebody out.
Yeah.
Like that, you know, that's bar none. I'm never going to lose that fulfillment because that's a big trust that someone gives, you know, instills into me to take care of them, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a dopamine effect too, right? I
Feels
can't
good.
quit, right? Yeah, it is. But at the same time, is how long can you go for? Everything has an expiration date. You talked about it. You almost alluded to a little bit. You know, eventually the people in your life are going to be older or younger than you.
Yeah.
Everything has an expiration date. How far can you keep it going? How fast can you keep full throttle on the machine until it breaks down?
Yeah.
You know, and then at the same time, how much am I losing? How much time am I losing with my family, myself, my hobbies, if I keep going full production mode 24/7, 365, 366 on leap year? There's a better way to do things, right?
Yeah.
And what I think is special about what we're doing in our organization is that we're not only are we helping more agents make money, but we're also building that wealth machine that's going to compound, that gives us enough time back in our lives to essentially enjoy the fruits of our labor.
Yeah.
Right? What's the point of planting fruit if you're not gonna enjoy it? And you know, that's on a separate topic too. I forget what the quote was exactly, but it's like, you know, you plant a tree for the shade that you're never going to experience, right? So what am I building for my legacy? What am I building for the person that comes after me? Like I'm planting seeds everywhere, just to give everyone a good life, man.
Yeah,
That's
and build your retirement. And that's what I love
exactly.
about what Glenn has given us. I love pyramids. I don't hide from pyramids. People go, well, we're not a pyramid. Yeah, everybody's a pyramid.
Yeah.
Delta Airlines, American Airlines, if you're a pilot, you know, whatever it may be, you're part of a pyramid. It does just anything. If you're selling Amazon products, you're part of a pyramid. They don't call it pyramid, they call it affiliate program, which is cool. Call it whatever you want. It's still a pyramid. The deal with ours is I'm inviting people to come to the top of the pyramid. And one thing that Fitz told me 20-something years ago when he invited me to his pyramid is he said, the cool thing is give me a name of a company.
Uber.
At Uber, the CEO is at the top of the pyramid. You can't get to the top. He's it. Over here, Fitz is telling me that you can actually get to the top of the pyramid, Paul, and you can make more money than me. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. He goes, you can actually have a bigger organization than me. Even though you're in my pyramid, your pyramid could actually be bigger if you do it correctly. And so if you're with a traditional brokerage, you're in a pyramid. And I have nothing against brokers. I think brokers that's what I would do. If that was the deal, that's how I would get to the top of the pyramid. Yeah. I'd go study for 4 years, get my test, or do the thing for 4 years, get my test, pass it, become a broker, build my business. Because I think everybody should build a business. I want Brandon Scribner to think about his grandchildren. I know it's hard to think about because you're looking at your little bitty baby girl.
That's my baby.
That's your baby. That's your baby. But you know, I've looked at my little baby girl, and now I'm watching my baby girl want to have kids, right? So it's going to happen. And where is Brandon going to be in that time period, right? Is he going to be in a position where you're going to buy your grandchildren houses for cash? Are you going to be, you know, what's going to be like? Are you going to be able to say, hey, let's go to Italy? Let me take you to Italy for a little bit. Because you know your kids are part of the part that are going to miss some of the shade of the tree. Yeah. and their kids will get all the benefit, which is cool. That's what it should be like. And that's what I love when I get to hang out with people like you. Is yes, focus on transactions. Yeah. Cash flow is king. However, I need you to plan for tomorrow. And Glenn Sanford said, hey, I'm going to let y'all plan for tomorrow. I don't care if you've been in the business for 1 day, 1 minute, 4 years, 10 years, it doesn't matter. You can start planning for tomorrow today. Because I think better days are always ahead. And if we have a machine, an instrument where we can say, okay, we just invite people in, not recruit, just invite people in, invite everybody. You know, people say, well, I don't want to recruit. I don't want to be that person. Then don't be, because I'm not. I just invite people. You've heard me invite people in a restaurant or wherever. Yeah. You've heard me cold call people that I didn't even know I was cold calling, and I just invited them. I'm just inviting. And someone's going to say yes, Brandon. someone's going to say yes, and it's going to radically change our lives. And that's the missing piece right there, because now Brandon's building his retirement, your 401k, if you will.
Yeah.
And this is way better than a 401k. This is friendships, relationships, calling. Could you imagine? I want you to imagine this, not can you. I want you to imagine this and think about it. You call up Marte. Hey man, let's go to Europe. I heard, what's your favorite band that you'd love to go see? Let's say they're in Europe.
They're in Europe. My favorite band.
Just give me a name of something that they might show up in Europe.
You want to hear some controversial? Kanye West, man.
Kanye West. So you find out Kanye West is going to be in Barcelona, Spain.
Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Spain? Yeah, bro.
You
I'm going all day.
You call up your buddy Marte and say, "Hey, I know your cash flowing good. I see what you're doing. I see how you're building the pyramid. Let's you and I fly over there, hang out for a couple days, and fly back." That's been my life for 20 years.
Yeah.
Being able to call friends that are all making great money, where we can say and do things like that. My favorite place is Aruba or Grand Cayman. I don't know. It's close. I like it. It's beautiful. Hey, let's go to Aruba. I love the pancakes. I go to Aruba for the pancakes. They're Dutch pancakes. They're like this little itty bitty thin. They're gluten free. They're perfect. They're beautiful. They're like the size of this freaking desk, right? I literally go, and I want everyone's life to be that way. Like, and then the other place I go to is Florence, Italy. Why? Shoes. The lady that runs the shoe place, she knows me. When I go there, in Italy, they'll shut the shoe place down for you and give you alcohol. I don't drink, so I mess them up. But their goal is to give you some alcohol so you buy more. But everyone else drinks, I don't, and I'm the one paying for everything. But that's how I want people's lives to be, right? And that's part of our retirement plan. It's so much more beautiful in a 401k, so you don't have to wait for it.
Yeah.
You can call anybody on your team and say, "Hey, your cash flowing good." It's like, let's get everybody, Brandon, in our lives to cash flow.
I think you just touched on a good topic right there. With the 401k, you have to wait for it.
Yeah.
But what we're doing now, it's almost, it's not instant, but it's in today's time.
Yeah.
Right. What can grow in a year? What can grow in 2 years? Kobe Bryant said it best too. Like, imagine if every single day you were better than the person you were before yesterday.
Yeah.
Do that for 5 years. What kind of person would you become after that?
Yeah.
And I think that's the beauty of what we're doing now, man. We're always pushing each other to get better. We're developing leaders. You've helped me tremendously where I'm going towards as well. So it's going back to the community aspect of, man, here is who we are. Here is where we're going to go. Who's coming with us?
Yeah. And let's talk about this. We got real estate agents that join our team. They've had a couple years experience. We have real estate agents that join our team. They have 10 years experience. And then we have some that have zero experience. I believe with your personality and who you're trying to help, anybody benefits. Any of those categories will benefit, and you will help them. And I watch you, and I watch you agonize over wanting someone to be successful. You're like, God, what can I do? And when you have someone in your corner that is asking themselves, what can I do to help them? You're in a great place. And I've always told everybody, if your leader is just thinking about you, you're in a great place. Like thinking, praying for you, whatever it may be, you're just thinking, how can I help so-and-so? How can I do this? What can I do to help so-and-so be better? And literally with everything we have with content creation, with right here in studioUSA, we got to start bringing people here, by the way, and showing what we do here. With everything we have with Kaydoh and all of our AI stuff, I mean, everybody was floored last Friday when we rolled out and showed them how to use HeyGen. Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been getting on Instagram. I've noticed all the people that were in the, and they're all using HeyGen now. It's like, yeah, go for it. And that was just a free value we gave them. They might not even join our team. Cool, no big deal. But here's what I can tell you is when they're ready to jump ship wherever they are, they're coming our way.
Oh yes, they're plugged into the system, man. And let's talk about June 26th, last Friday, man. What a packed house.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rick for helping us out with that, man.
Yeah.
But and also Michael Lamb coming down from California. But it was an amazing turnout, man. We had 45, 50 people there. People stayed past the time that was allotted for it, and we know we had great friendships coming out of it. But more importantly, we learned a lot. Now the agents know how to stay in front of sellers. Know when sellers are about to sell. They can be that first person to contact so-and-so person to know, hey, I'm ready when you're ready. I've been ready, but you let me know when you're ready. And the AI Kaydoh partnership that we have going on is spectacular. I'm so excited for it, and we got to hang out with the engineers, man. What company does that, right? We got the first look into it, you know, and we're thankful for that. So shout out Kaydoh. Lots of big things coming to Texas. It's us, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say something, but you said something else, and you broke my train of thought.
Oh, man, it's all good. This train's rolling. Come on, Paul. Remember, hop on, dude.
Last week you said build a friendship. Thank you. Okay, it came back. The thing's back on track. You said build a friendship. Absolutely. Build a friendship first, and then you'll build revenue share. It's as easy as that. That's how I built my old business for 20 years. It's how I'm building this business. Build a friendship, and you will build revenue share, and you'll build that 401k that we're talking about. And you'll teach them how to do it.
Yep.
That's the golden thing. I got so many great text messages last week after Friday. Thank you for everything you gave us. Thank you for the tangible stuff that we got to take home and use. It's fun watching them right now use it. And that's what our workshops are going to be about. And that's why we partnered with Michael Lamb at Kaydoh. That's why we partnered with Rick at studioUSA. Is I believe in workshops. I don't want you sitting there. I could talk to you for hours upon hours on building, psychology. I would give you some good stuff. But if I can do a workshop where you are actually functioning and doing something, you get to walk away using it, so much better.
You know what that kind of reminds me of, too? Is when people are asking us for the Zoom links. It's like, you know,
shut up.
Going back to doing things, right?
Yeah.
You can't just watch a person exercising and expect the same results on you, right? I can't just look in a YouTube video, oh, this person's doing bicep curls and my biceps are about to be ginormous. No, you actually have to do the damn thing.
Yeah.
You know, and that's, I love that idea too, man.
Yeah. And I had a lot of people ask me, I won't be here next month. Can you Zoom it? I said, I don't Zoom workshops. You don't Zoom workshops. You just can't do it. You can't eat the food with us. You can't drink the water with us. You can't grab your camera. And next month, Rick's going to say, grab your camera. And I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. Yeah. Right? And you're going to do that. We're all going to do that.
July 24th, right? Is that the date?
July 24th. That is the date.
Content Creation Day. Come with it. Come prepared. Come to have fun. You're going to leave with something.
Yeah. And then we're also going to throw in a little Kaydoh. We'll make sure we hit on the Kaydoh every time we're there, just to get people, again, more, they have stuff to leave with. Yeah. And this Kaydoh's no joke, dude. I mean, I got to show... This was cool, and I hope Cynthia's listening right now, but Cynthia sent me the sweetest text afterwards. She said, hey, you started off as my mentor. I'm about to cry, but you're becoming my mentor. I was like, damn. I was like, that's not true. And she goes, no, you really are. You're becoming my mentor. Thank you. You're teaching me so much with everything you're doing here. And I said, well, let's just partner together. So her and I are going to shoot some YouTube next week. I'm excited about that. And it's just partnering with the right people. And that's all it's about. And partnering with Michael. And by the way, he never told everybody why he named it Kaydoh. Can I tell right now?
Go for it, man.
So he named it Kaydoh because Bruce Lee, when he was first in video and first in films, he was not the main character. He was the behind-the-scene guy doing all the ass whooping, as Michael said. He got no notoriety. He wasn't signing autographs. No one knew who he was. Yeah. His name was Kaydoh. And so Michael goes, that's perfect for my company because I don't want Kaydoh to be front and center. I want Brandon Scribner to be front and center. I want Rick Davis to be front and center. I want Paul Roberts to be front and center. Kaydoh's in the back. No one even knows it's Kaydoh. And I was like, it gave me chills when he told me that. I wanted to stand up and freaking chest bump him right there, but we were at a restaurant. It looked weird. And then I wanted to tackle him, which would even looked weirder. But I love people like that. He's like, I don't want Kaydoh front and center. I'm not front. I'm just the machine behind. I'm the ass-kicking thing that puts it all together for you and makes you look like $1 million freaking dollars. Like Kaydoh, the character, made that actor look like a bad-to-the-bone dude, whoever it was. I don't know.
It's Green Hornet.
Green Hornet?
Yeah, it was Green Hornet. I think so. Yeah.
You're younger than me. How do you know all this stuff?
Because I remember what he said.
Because he told you. Okay. I was like, wow, you watched that? That's crazy. I can't even picture it on TV. That's before my time, I believe.
And then to give you an insight of who Michael Lamb is, too, the reason why the color it is, because it's his wife's favorite color, purple.
That's right.
So he's giving all the credit to everyone else, but, you know, he is the one that's changing lives with what he's put together, man.
Yeah, and I just thank God that God keeps putting people like that in my life. It happened in my old business. It happened to me here. You came into my life. Rick came into my life. Michael, because now the machine is built. I've been building this thing for a couple years now, and now I've got all the components put together to where I don't care if you've been doing this 10 years. I don't care if at one point you were my mentor like Cynthia. Cynthia's been doing this 16 years. I've not been doing it a quarter, a fraction of what she's been doing it. And she told me I was becoming her mentor, right? And that's insane to think about. And it's because we're all putting this in together and building this together where I don't look like one person no more. I look like multiple people because I got you, I got TC, I got Kaydoh, I got so much stuff, right? And it's just fun. And I love the fact that people got to walk away with something. So our promise to you, we're not just gonna sit by and say, hey, go out and do transactions and make us money. We're gonna say this. We wanna invite you to the top of the pyramid with us. We want your pyramid to be bigger than our pyramid. We want your success stories told on stage. In fact, this is something I've always told you that sounds weird to people. I want you to start thinking today, what is your success speech gonna be? What's it gonna look like? What are you gonna be wearing? What song are you gonna walk out on the stage? What's the song that's gonna be playing, right? Can you feel it? Can you see it? Can you see everybody standing up and they're clapping and you got tears in your eyes like, holy shit, it happened, right? And you got tears and maybe your mom's in the audience. Oh yeah. My mom was in the audience of one of my speeches and she said, I'm not gonna cry, I'm too tough. Everyone told me that she was crying before my first foot hit the freaking floor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I want you to feel that, like sense every part of it. What colors are going to be around you, Brandon, when you're walking on that stage? And I want everybody that joins Brandon and I, the Powerhouse, I want you to start thinking like that today. Because if you're thinking about, oh my God, I got to do transactions to pay the bills next week, that is your long-term goal and you don't even know it. And that's why you'll stay broke the rest of your life. If you've been doing this 10 years and you're still in this perpetual brokenness, it's because your focus has been on, that's my goal. That's not my goal. Yes, it is. Because I can't get you to even dream about walking on a stage and everybody clapping because they can't wait to hear your freaking story. Dream, struggle, victory. What's your dream? You know, when you get on stage one day, Brandon, and tell the audience your dream. Tell them the struggle. Here's the struggle. Here's all the stupid things I did. On a personal level, on a business level, damn, I'm an idiot. You know, I shouldn't even be up here, right? And then what's the victory? I'm talking to you guys today. So-and-so, Glenn Sanford personally called me and said, hey, Brandon, will you talk on my stage? Does that give you chills?
Oh, yeah, man. I'm wearing a red suit. I can tell you that.
You go, see, you already know.
Yeah,
you already know.
Red suit, baby.
Red suit, baby. Come on now. All right. So that's all I want to say, man. What else you got?
I don't know, man. This is pretty perfect, dude. I think sometimes less is more.
Yeah.
We'll stay tuned to episode 5, unless you have something else you want to talk about.
Well, next week I will kick it off with politics. I don't know what I'll hit on next week. I told everybody last week what I was going to talk about. Maybe I talk about something very controversial, like the death penalty. I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that.
At this point, I'm not surprised, man. But you know, the one thing I want to add on to, we do have an accountability call. We're running every Mondays. Yes. I think at 9:30 a.m. So if that's something you want to be a part of, we don't care if you're with EXP, me, or KW. I don't care where you're at. Come hop on it. See what we're doing. See how we're setting goals and achieving them, and honestly keeping each other accountable. Yes. So if that's something you've been looking for, 9:30 a.m. on Mondays, we got a Zoom link. Send me a DM. Talk to Paul. Talk to whoever. Get over to us, and let's make it happen, y'all.
You are the man.
I try to be. No,